If you want a flawless full glam makeup that lasts all day for special events, this is the technique I always use. Hi everyone, I'm Cristina Costache, a makeup artist and beauty content creator. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you a long-lasting full glam makeup tutorial that's perfect for special events. The shades I'm using are very versatile and flattering for almost everyone, and I also share some of my favorite techniques to make your makeup look flawless and stay in place for hours. Let's start with the skin prep. I'm starting with this toner from Numbazin, which hydrates the skin and helps restore the skin's pH after cleansing. Next, I'm applying one of my favorite eye creams, the Snail Eye Cream. It has a lightweight texture but hydrates the under eye area really well. Then I apply this lotion from Reason Tree, which is a great for combination and oily skin because it helps regulate excess sebum. Even if you have oily skin, hydration is still very important, so I always follow with a moisturizer. Well hydrated skin makes makeup look much smoother and more beautiful. I focus more of the moisturizer on the sides of my face because that's where my skin feels slightly drier, and whatever is left I apply on the center of my face. My skin type is combination to oily. After about 5 minutes, once everything has absorbed well, I apply primer. Primer is very important for a full glam makeup because it helps the makeup last much longer. My favorite for combination to oily skin is this one from Shiseido. It slightly mattifies the skin without drying it and really improves the longevity of the makeup. My favorite foundation combination for combination skin is YSL All Hour Foundation mixed with Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. Sometimes the YSL foundation can feel a bit too matte on its own, so adding just a small amount of the BB cream creates the perfect texture and finish. I apply the product first with a brush to spread it quickly and evenly, and then I blend everything again with a sponge. The sponge helps create a more natural finish but also increases the durability of the makeup. Under the eyes and on the center of the face, I apply the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer for brightness and coverage. I distribute it with a brush first, and then I let it sit for about 5 minutes. After that, I blend it again with a sponge. This technique gives both good coverage and excellent longevity, which is very important for an event makeup. Next, I apply this liquid bronzer in a beautiful shade that works especially well for fair skin. It adds warmth and freshness to the cheeks. After that, I use a contour stick only in the natural shadow of the face to add dimension. This is something I often do in full glam makeup because bronzer is not meant for contouring. Bronzer adds warmth while contouring creates structure. When you combine both, the shades blend beautifully together and the result looks very natural. Then I apply a drop of liquid blush from Mina. These products are extremely long lasting but also very pigmented, so you only need a small amount. I also apply a cream highlighter in a beautiful champagne shade. Before setting the face with powder, I make sure to smooth out the concealer under the eyes so it doesn't crease. I set the center of the face with my favorite powder from Huda Beauty. Under the eyes, I use a smaller brush, and for the center of the face, I use a larger brush. Brushes give a more natural finish compared to a sponge. For my brows, I use a retractable brow pencil. I lightly define the shape, set them with a bit of powder for extra longevity, and then fix everything with the Benefit Brow Gel. On the eyelids, I already applied a bit of foundation earlier to even out the color. Then I applied the e.l.f. Eye Primer, because my eyelids tend to be quite oily and I want the eyeshadow to last all day. Next, I applied this liquid bronzer all over the eyelid as a base. Liquid bronzers are very versatile and can work beautifully as eyeshadow bases, but it's important to choose a formula that sets well so it doesn't crease during the day. I apply it with a synthetic brush and then soften the edges with a clean blending brush, blending toward the temples to create a lifted effect. I also apply the same product on the lower eyelid using a smaller flat brush. After creating the base shape, I take my favorite Natasha Denona palette and use this beautiful gold shade. I apply it on half of the eyelid, starting from the inner corner using my finger, then refine the placement with a flat brush up to the crease. Using the shade Smoke, I deepen the outer corner of the eye. I place the product close to the lash line first, then blend it into the crease and slightly outward using a clean blending brush. I repeat the same shade on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Then I highlight the brow bone with an ivory shade. With the shade blend, I softly define the crease. I also apply the gold shade on the inner corner of the lower lash line. Using a flat, fluffy brush, I take this pearly silver shade and highlight the inner crease area to create a beautiful effect and match the silver accessories I'm wearing. Using a small flat brush and the shade Lash Line, I create a soft line along the base of the lashes, on half of the eyelid to elongate my naturally round eyes. I also create a small wing and blend it slightly. Then I apply a black waterproof pencil along the lash line to create a soft, smoky effect and intensify brown eyes. I curl my lashes and apply mascara. My lashes are already quite long, so I usually avoid false lashes because I prefer the more natural look. I apply a little more powder with a sponge under the eye for extra brightness and durability. On the sides of my face, I apply a slightly radiant mineral powder because I don't have excess oil in those areas and I like a bit of glow. For extra definition, I also apply powder contour and set underneath it with powder to sharpen the shape and prevent product movement. I also apply mascara on the lower lashes. For the lips, I start by applying a bit of leftover foundation on the sponge around the lip line and set it with powder. This helps the lip liner glide better and last longer. Then I contour my lips with my favorite shade, Nude Truffle, and perfect the shape. I apply a little of the same bronzer on the lips because it's a beautiful nude tone. Then I finish with a satin lipstick because I love when the lips have a bit of shine. I also apply highlighter on the décolletage because for a full glam look everything should look flawless. Of course, I finish with setting spray for extra longevity and a more natural finish. And this is the final result, a flawless, sophisticated full glam makeup that's perfect for special events and designed to last for hours. I hope this tutorial was helpful, guys, and that you'll recreate this look. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye!